Okay, good day ladies and gentlemen. For the next unit of work we're going to be looking at digital design with a software called Gravit. So this piece of work is going to tie in with the English department project to create a magazine, which I'm sure your English teachers are talking to you about that as we speak. And the idea is in the computing lessons we are going to be giving you the computing skills you need to come up with the design to support your magazine ideas, which I am very much looking forward to seeing. So over the next 5 or 6 weeks we are going to look at 2 areas. We're going to look at digital design principles, so you can get a feel for what an actual digital designer would go through when he's designing his work or her work. That includes things like the layout, the color, the texture, the typography and the imagery. And then we'll be looking for you to incorporate all of those 5 principles in the magazine design that you're going to put together. At the same time, we'll be looking at Gravit designer skills and how we go about implementing those principles in Gravit Designer, including the navigation, simple shapes, importing fills, fonts, and editing images. So the first thing we're going to do is to register with the Gravit website so that we can actually use the software. Now, there's nothing for you to install. Gravit doesn't rely on Mac or Windows. It runs in the browser. It does run off an iPad or other mobile devices, but if you find you have problems running off Gravit at home, please let me know and we'll see what we can do to help. Second thing is you are going to need an email address to run Gravit. Now, if you don't have an email address, let me know and I will set up a Gravit account for you so that you don't need an email address, okay? But it's much easier if you do have your own email address, or you can use your parents' email address, then that makes things a lot easier for you. But as I said, if you don't have one, let me know and I'll set up a Gravit account for you. First thing we're going to do is go to the website for Gravit Designer, which is designer.gravit.io. Okay, so the first thing you get is this screen here. Now, first of all, don't be put off. The software that we're using is absolutely free, but obviously because they're giving it to us free, they're going to try and set us up to the pro version, but we don't need to touch the pro version. Okay, so do not at any point buy the pro version. Okay, if you have a Google account, you can just log in with Google here. Just click this button and that'll take you down a Google login path. So we don't have an account yet, so we need to create a new account. So we're going to create the free account. Don't use the Facebook account because when we get to school you won't be able to log in with Facebook. Okay, so don't use your Facebook account to create this software, to create this account with this software. So click on the email address and at gmail.com. Sala. I'm going to put in a simple password, minimum of 6 characters. I agree to the terms of use, and then I'm going to create the account. And then I'm going to click Get Started for free. Okay, so don't try out the Gravit Designer. If you do press this button accidentally, it's not a big deal, but you're better off just clicking the Get Started free. So you'll notice on this side of the screen that Gravit has now sent me an email. I've opened up that email and I'm going to activate my designer account. Okay, now once I've activated my designer account, now it's activated my account there, and now I'm into Gravit Designer and everything is fine. Okay, so now I can close that window off. And now I'm ready to create my Gravit. So key points. Number 1, if you don't have an email address, don't worry about it. Let me know and I'll set one up for you. If you have already registered with Gravit, don't worry, you can just carry on and use the existing account. Gravit will work with iPads and other mobile devices. I've checked a few of them out and they seem to be fine, but if you find that you're having problems, again, let me know and we'll see what we can do. Other than that, as always, I look forward to seeing what you're going to produce.